Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my 2014 NFL free agent rankings, and this video is for who I see as the 10 best safeties available in the 2014 class. Certainly some top-of-the-line guys as we get into the top 5 of this list here, but definitely some contributors from 10 through 6 as well. And we start off with James Ihedigbo at number 10. Ihedigbo, 30 years old when the season starts next year. As a member of the Ravens this year, did beat out Matt Elam early in the season for that starting job. You saw Ihedigbo, especially in coverage, fade towards the end of the year, but definitely a guy I think could be a starting caliber player somewhere in the NFL. James Ihedigbo at number 10. And at number 9, I have Bernard Pollard. Bernard Pollard, a safety, along with Ed Reed on the 2012 Ravens championship team. Last year, a member of the Tennessee Titans. Again, a guy who is very good in run protection, can struggle sometimes in coverage, but can really be a guy that's a tone setter for a defense in terms of being aggressive. Certainly, we've seen that throughout his career. Just ask any Patriots fan about Bernard Pollard. At number 8, I have Mike Mitchell of the Carolina Panthers. Mitchell's an interesting guy. He started off his career in Oakland when he was picked in the second round. One of the last, picks of the Al Davis regime when he was still in charge of things, and Al Davis was mocked a little bit for picking Mitchell where he was. But while he didn't reach his full potential in Oakland, I think you really saw this year him along with Captain Munnerlyn really being the difference in that secondary as to why that defense rose to being, a top 3 or 4 defense in the NFL. Mike Mitchell at number 8, and at number 7 I have Stevie Brown. Stevie Brown of the New York Giants last year. He was injured last season, had a very good 2012, however. He's a guy I think, if he's fully healed and comes back healthy, a team, maybe the Giants, can get him at a discount on one of these prove-it kind of contracts and really get a lot out of Stevie Brown, who showed a lot of good glimpses, again, in 2012, his last year when he was fully healthy. At number 6, I have Antoine Bethea of the Indianapolis Colts. Bethea's been sort of a mainstay of that defense back to when Tony Dungy was there and now continuing through Pagano. I think Bethea is the definition of a very adequate, I don't want to say average, but in a bad way, but a guy who's decent in coverage, decent against the run, and a good overall safety. But he is now going to be on the other side of 30, heading into next season. So we'll see if that affects him at all. But he's been a steady player here for a while. And Antoine Bethea in at number 6. And at number 5, I have Major Wright. I have him this high, first and foremost, because he's only going to be 26 to start next year. He had a very good 2012. And, as the stats show, in 2013, he had a very down year. He did battle a lot of injuries, though, and to his credit, played through them. And a lot of times that can hurt your stats. But at 26 years old, entering his free agent year, he has plenty of time to bounce back from that. Major Wright at number 5. At number 4, I have Chris Clemons from the Miami Dolphins. Clemons, a guy who's sort of been a rock for them. He's only missed 3 games the last 4 years. He's the opposite of a lot of these guys I've been talking about. He's very good in coverage, very good cover safety, sort of been a mainstay for them in that defensive secondary. And him along again with Brent Grimes really elevating that secondary better than they have been in a lot of years. He's a guy the Dolphins should definitely try to retain. Chris Clemons at number 4. At number 3, I have Donte Whitner of the San Francisco 49ers. He'll be 29 to start next year. A very aggressive safety. I mean, we know who we're getting with Donte Whitner. Hard-hitting guy, really lays the wood to people. Average in coverage. But his primary purpose is to really set the tone on defense. He's been doing that for the 49ers. Donte Whitner at number 3. And at number 2 and number 1 might be 2 of the best safeties in the league overall. At number 2, you have T.J. Ward from the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, he was involved in a hit on Rob Gronkowski earlier in the season, which people might remember him for. But this guy's a heck of an all-around safety. Not really a weakness in his game. And T.J. Ward along with Alex Mack. It'll be interesting to see what the Browns do with those two. Those are 2 guys that are not only their free agents, but happen to be towards the top of their position in the NFL. T.J. Ward, the safety from the Browns. And at number 1, I have Jairus Byrd from the Buffalo Bills. He's going to be 27 when the season starts next year. And look, for my money, he's one of the top 2 all-around safeties in the NFL. He's the best cover safety in the NFL. I'll go on record as saying that. I really believe he is. He'll probably be too rich for the Buffalo Bills' his blood here heading into free agency. Where does he land? I think he could be a real big difference maker for a team looking to take the next step as a defense. I think he's even better than Deshaun Goldson is, who got that big money contract last year from the Buccaneers. Guys, that's my countdown here of 10 through 1 as far as the safeties go. Remember, free safeties and strong safeties in my list here. So let me know a guy you like for your team maybe, or someone you thought should be added to the list. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Guys, this concludes my series of the positional top 10 rankings. I'll be getting into some more draft stuff and some more team-specific salary cap stuff and free agent things as well. So we'll keep on rolling from here with the off-season coverage. Be sure to subscribe. It's totally free. Thanks again for listening. Have a great night.